Alright, so I'm going to run through this installation of our boarding ladder. I'm going to follow it as the instruction manual states. So basically where we start, here's all the tools you'll require for the job. You don't need a fancy riveter like this. You just basically need a normal riveter, your general hand tools and stuff like that. And here's what comes with the kit. So your post, your 2 steps, your backing plate, your bracket, all your bolts, washers, rivets, everything in there. And then your instruction manual, which has all your everything that comes with the kit, detailed instructions on how to install it. Plus you can follow this video obviously to watch it on how to install it. We're going to fit this ladder to a Stacer 429 Rampage. So I'm just going to run you through that now and show you how to fit this ladder. You take your post here. Now this pin here is at the top and obviously the hole for the hinge. So that's the top side. What we start with is the top rung. So how you indicate which one the top one is the one without the logo. So place that over the ladder, slide it up. Get your rivets out of the bag here. I might just tip the whole lot out here now. So grab out your rivets. I like to just stick 2 of them in like that. Obviously I've got a fancy battery powered riveter here, but you can just do it with your hand crank one. Right, pop those 2 rivets and then do the back side as well. You might need to just wiggle that to get that aligned. Pop those rivets. Right, so now that the first step's riveted on, we'll do the second step. So again, you've got the logo there on the front. It's pretty self-explanatory, as in like the angle here indicates that that's the front side. Another thing that indicates the front side of the post is the welds being on the front side of this pin here. So like this, logo on the front, down the bottom. Repeat the process, put those 2 rivets in, back, last 2 rivets. So if you've done what I've done and your rivet hole's a little bit out of line and it doesn't quite go in, you can always just give that a bit of a pull and then it should all come together. Alright, so let's just set those rivets. So now you've got the ladder done. So just set that aside for now. And then we're going to go on to drilling our holes. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is find centre of this rear step here. So basically measure across. We've got 310 mil here. So we're going to find 155 mil. So 155 mil there. Just put a little mark. That's the centre. And then from there, you're going to take your bracket. Place that in the centre of this hole here, right? You line that up. And then basically mark these holes out. Now you might want to use a marker, you might want to use a pencil, you know, and sharpen it to a point so you can fit it in this hole. Again, marking all 3 holes here. Now, because of these, you know, obviously you've got tread plate here, you've got an extrusion here with some funny shapes and whatnot. It does get tricky drilling these holes, so my only tip is if you've got a centre punch, maybe centre punch it. If not, use a smaller drill bit, pre-drill it, and you'll find that you'll be able to get it nice and central, that hole. I haven't got a centre punch on me right now, but I'll use a 3mm drill bit. Find the centre of that hole. as best you can, drill the center of the hole that you've marked. Alright, so we've drilled our pilot holes. Now I'll get 8.5mm drill bit. Where's that gone? Had it here somewhere. Right there. So it's an 8mm bolt, but it's best to go an 8.5, give it a bit of tolerance, just in case when you drilled your holes they're slightly off. So 8.5mm drill bit. Drill those right through, try not to drill yourself. And the front one, this one can be a bit tricky because of the profile. Once you get it started though, it should be right. So so that's all drilled through. Get a bit of that swarp off. And then you've got a spacer block that we supply. Most boats, or most tinnies, you'll need to do this. If you say install it on a fiberglass platform or something like that, well, you probably won't need this. So place that on. And then you bracket. So you get, you've got 3 M8 bolts there. You've got 6 nylon washers, and then your nylock nuts. So place nylon washer on top. I like to just do the rear hole first. Place that on. That just holds it in place now. And then grab a nylock nut and then place this bracket up underneath. The holes are slotted to make it easier. And just get that finger tight, get it started. Next one, nylon washer. If you find it all a bit too firm and tighter tolerances, you could always drill those holes out to a 9mm hole as well. So another nut and washer. Just line that bracket up underneath. I'm just going to use the Allen key just to get that last little bit through. Alright, should be able to get that nut and washer on now. Alright, so I suggest you do up the top bolts first, just to bring that backing plate up. So we're going to get our Allen key and our socket. Alright, both the top ones are done up tight, and now we're just going to do this front one here. Now on these spacers, or this profile here, that backing plate is a very tight fit within that clearance. So you'll have to, as you're doing this up, it will bring that plate in. And just go with it until it's home. That's going to make it incredibly strong. So that's faced up now, that bottom bracket. So that's right. So now we're going to fit the ladder. You're going to put your little FL cap in the top there. And then I'm going to show you a little trick to get the washers, the nylon washers on the inside of this. So start by grab your Allen key, right, or something similar. Hang your washer over there. Put your ladder the right way around. Thread that through the first hole. And then have your Allen key just sitting through there, right? And then wiggle that until you pick up the second one, right? So that's all the way through. You've got your 2 nylon washers in here. Then take your M12 bolt, stainless washer, nylon washer in that order. Come in behind that Allen key and thread it through the washer, then through the ladder, and then same again on the other side, following that Allen key. Just like that. It's going to save you a lot of swear words and time. So your nylock nut on that side, 19mm spanner and socket, and crank this up. Now you want to crank this up quite tight. You want it firm enough so when it's under its own weight it holds there, right? So you want to crank that up more. Nice and tight. That's pretty good. You can just go a little bit tighter. Right. So now that will stay up on its own weight. Also another consideration, maybe perhaps before you start drilling these holes, just hold the ladder central and see if it is going to interrupt with anything. But on this Stacer and most other boats, it's quite a lot of room here and you should be fine. So anyway, that's the ladder. All done. So that's our ladder installation done. As easy as that. Thank you for supporting us, a small family business, and I hope you like our products. Thank you.